What a year this has been, and I just want to say I'm grateful.
I'm one of the owners. We was established in 2014, and Matt is the tattoo artist, which is one of the owners. You say how y'all doing?
My name is Matt. I work at My Ink Tattoo Parlor. I'm a full-time body person and tattoo artist. I've been doing this for over 12 years, since 2010. I do it full-time. I'm a self-employed, meaning I am a person who works for myself. I created my own income and started my own business at the age of 19. I was one of the youngest people in Dallas, Texas to start a tattoo shop, a professional tattoo shop at the age of 19 back in 2014. In 2014, some of the things that motivated me to start tattooing was my grandmother. My grandmother was a little bit older, and she was on dialysis. So when she was on dialysis, I used to take her to the dialysis center on Swiss Avenue at 4 a.m. in the morning, every morning. So I used to cook for her and just take her up there and wait with her for about 4 hours every morning. But at that time frame, I was working about 4 jobs. I was working for like Walmart, Just Springs, Pizza Hut, and I was a home care provider for my grandmother at that time. After a while, I had decided that, hey, grandmother, this ain't for me. We gotta make some more income to help her with the mortgage and just the bills, because my grandmother was an entrepreneur also. She worked for herself selling Avon, and one of the days I ended up just saving up. I had saved up all my money, and I had brought it to my grandmother and to my mother, and I told them, I said, hey, I want to start my own business. I want to start tattooing. And they was like, okay, cool, you got the money for it? I showed them the money, like, hey, where you get all the money from? I was like, I had been saving this from all my jobs. It's like, okay, you need to bring us a business plan. I didn't know what a business plan was back in 2010, and I Googled it. I figured out what a business plan was. I came, I showed them my business plan. I showed them how I could make income. And they said, okay, well, now you need to go find you a business or a place to where you could, open up a shop. I went out immediately the same day. I went all throughout Dallas, Texas, and I looked for the buildings that said for lease. Just like getting an apartment or getting a home, I went and looked for leases. I called everybody in all these businesses until I found one. A lot of them, they were saying that they didn't want to allow tattoo shops, because tattoo shops were, they had a bad name in the industry in Dallas. So what I was trying to do is just change how tattoo shops were ran as a business in Dallas, Texas with me and my mother. I ended up getting a lease. I ended up opening in 2014. And from 2014 to 2016, we together ended up grossing from 150,000 to 250,000 as a whole company. From that time frame, we had artists from 6 artists to 12 artists. But me personally, I tattoo every day from 10 a.m. to 4 a.m. in the morning. So every day I get up, self-motivated. I motivate myself to get up because I no longer work for someone anymore, so I have to work for myself. So I get up and motivate myself every morning. I go into work and I tattoo. Now, since I've been tattooing 12 years, I don't have to actually do a lot of things that I did early on in my career, because I have established myself in the industry and have clientele. But no matter what you're doing, as far as working for yourself, all days are not going to be good. You're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days. When I have bad days, what I do is I get out, just like I did in the beginning, and I will network. I pass out my cards. I will let people know who I am. I just get business cards, shop business cards, go around and say, hey, my name is Matt, I tattoo, and I'm open from 10 a.m. to 4 a.m. Or like I do that every day on a consistent basis until I start to get more people come in on the days that are not good for me. Other than that, what got me into tattooing was that my grandmother, when she got sick, before she got sick, she used to be an Avon sales representative. So she used to make anywhere from $4,000 to $5,000 a week. So when I was a child, what she did is she got me, had me fill out books for her, put her name on them, and pass them out to everybody throughout the DMW Metroplex. And I used to have to wait with her in places while she signed up people. I used to hate it, but I'm thankful for it now because it ended up paying out. But other than that,
he didn't know that she was teaching him entrepreneurship then. Exactly. She had already did the workforce thing, so everybody is not a worker. Everybody is not a entrepreneur. It's just sometimes in life you have to find what's going to make you happy and what's going to meet the needs for you to survive. And motivation comes within. It's a spiritual, a mental, and a physical thing. And sometimes people can push you to do it, but what you're going to do if they're not there to push you. So you have to, it's an inner thing, the spiritual thing. So this motivation is where it comes from. You have to have a drive to survive. And if you have problems surviving, then sometimes it pushes you to do more to better yourself in the situation.
Yeah, so me personally, I love working for myself. I love being my own company. I can, I am in more control of my hours when I have to get up and just go into work. So compared to when I used to work for like Walmart and Pizza Hut, like the difference is I didn't like feeling like I had to like if I did go I would be fired. So I didn't like that feeling of always having to feel like I had to walk on eggshells and everything. And then I did love what I was doing when I was working at Pizza Hut, Walmart, and everything. With tattooing is something that I really love doing. Prison is something that I love doing. So I don't mind getting up for myself and at 4 a.m. in the morning or 10:30 a.m. in the morning to go in to tattoo and body pierce. Do y'all have any questions?
Let me touch on that a little bit. Okay, and for him being a tattoo artist, a lot of people disregard him being any tattoo artist being a tattoo artist. Dealing with the tattoo industry business, we're under the medical license of the health department. A lot of people not aware of that. If they're not operating with a license under the medical department, they're illegally doing it, running it. So that's why he can say that he's professional. He's not just a professional. He is considered I'm trying to think of that.
I'm considered a professional tattoo artist. Anything that I used to tattoo unprofessionally. And when I tattooed unprofessionally in 2010, like I just had friends that allowed me to kind of just work on them to better myself. Once I learned the industry, learned the business, I started to pursue it professionally because I didn't want to do it unprofessionally no more, and I didn't want to have to worry about getting in trouble. So once I learned everything professionally, I had all my certifications, I took my tests and everything, and I became a professional tattoo artist. But I talked to other people who I looked up to, like other business owners and other tattoo artists. So I ended up having like mentors. Like one of them is Mike Diaz, was one of my mentors. He's on Master, and he's helped me throughout my whole process during my career. And there's some other tattoo shop owners in Dallas that's helped guide me to where I'm at today. What did you do?
Also, a lot of people don't understand how tattoo works with education. We deal with biology because you have to learn. He has to know the layers of skin. We deal with health. We deal with OSHA. We deal with the federal. So sometimes you'll see people that stop following the rules, but there's rules in everything that we do in business, and that's how we ended up getting the name of being professional because we've been following federal and state guidelines. When you say trouble, what is the trouble when a person does a tattoo in a house or outside without a license? What can happen is, especially if children involved, the health department can come in. So what can get said is illegal to work in unauthorized places.
So I get. We need to elaborate on that. What she's saying is when I was tattooing professional, I didn't know how serious things could be. Now that I'm tattooing professional, there's certain things that I have to do to make sure I'm protecting myself when I go home and make sure that I'm protecting others. As far as like just making sure that my stations are sanitized, making sure that everything that I'm doing, like it's just like, have any of y'all had surgery before, been to the hospital? Have any of y'all been to the hospital, had surgery before? You see how the nurse usually change gloves all the time? That's kind of how I have to do it every day. Well, it's the same way. We have to change gloves consistently before each client. Anytime I'm going to touch different things, I have to always change my gloves just to make sure that I don't have any cross-contamination. So when she say it's connected to science, when I started out, I didn't know the depths of the skin. Now I understand skin. I understand that there's 4 layers of skin. So I tattoo 3 to 4 millimeters into the skin. So the 3 to 4 millimeters is as far as I go. People who tattoo unprofessionally, they don't know the 4 layers of the skin and how deep to go. So what happens is if you go too deep on someone's skin, you can cause hypertrophic scarring, you can cause keloids to form. If y'all know what keloids are, it's like big old rising on top of the skin. Same thing with piercings. So my piercings are wrong and they damage your piercing, or if you accidentally snag it, it can cause a keloid or hypertrophic scarring, which is a bump. There are remedies to help all this stuff too, but do you have any questions or anything for us? Or do y'all have any questions? What's up?
How much money do you tend to make like normal piercing, like nose piercings?
So my prices vary. Like our standard prices are nose piercings can range anywhere from like $50 and on up, depending on the metal. If it's like just surgical steels with hospital shoes. So that metal right there, they usually pay anywhere from like $40 to $50 for a nose piercing. And all the metal that we use is hypoallergenic. So you shouldn't have any allergic reactions to it. But the next best metal that people will pay for will be titanium, which is hypoallergenic too, because some people bodies don't agree with surgical steel. And when they're paying for the titanium, they may pay $70 and $80. Then we have the golds, the platinum, $14. Any other questions? What's up?
Have you ever injured someone by accident?
No, I mean,
What you mean injured?
yeah, what do you mean?
Like when you're accidentally went too deep in tattooing or?
No, so I haven't injured nobody by accident, but just recently, what's happening is when you get tattoos and piercings, a lot of people don't know that you want to make sure that you take care of your body. So like a lot of younger folks that get piercings and stuff, or just older people who don't take care of their bodies, like their sugar levels can drop because tattoos and body piercings do affect your blood sugar levels, your blood pressure, your adrenaline. And when you're getting piercings, if you don't have a lot of water in your system, if you can't take a full meal, what happens is your sugar levels can drop drastically and you can pass out on somebody. So I had back in 2014, I had a girl, a mother brought her daughter to get her nose pierced, very young, it was her birthday. And what happens is, we have you to fill out an application, so you have to fill out a waiver, just like when you go to the hospital. And it's always best to tell the truth on the waiver. So what she did is she didn't tell the truth, she didn't let us know when she ate. And since she didn't let us know when she ate, what happens is now that I'm doing the piercing, I did the piercing on her, everything went perfect. But then I noticed, it was a good thing that I noticed the symptoms, her skin started to turn pale, she started to turn purple and like grayish. Her sugar levels were dropping drastically. So what I had to do is, I had to get her some sugar in her system. So usually when stuff like that happens, we give them like sugar tablets, either orange juice or chocolate. And as soon as I gave her that, like her system came back to normal. And you know, her mother panicked because her mother lied also with her. And her mother panicked, called the ambulance. The ambulance did the same thing. They said, hey, there's nothing wrong with her. She just needs to get something in her system, and she'll be okay.
A lot of times people come in the shop, no matter what age they are, they fail to eat a full meal. Some of them try to be my own. I've been getting tattoos for so many years, I ain't never passed out. It'll be that one time they follow up because they didn't eat properly. BBB, beginners business bloopers, now available on all podcast platforms. BBB, beginners business bloopers.